here has taken an antibiotic at some point in their life? Okay. And what's the big thing going around right now? The flu, right? I'm sure everybody has friends, or maybe knows somebody who has the flu, right? Okay, the flu is a great example of something that would need an antibiotic, because whatever it is that's causing the flu lives inside of you, right? And so what you would do with antibiotic is you would take it, and its job would be to kill off the life, the bio, that is living in your body, right? Okay. So now that everybody got that, so if you want to write an example in your definition, you can always put the flu or something like that. It's up to you. Okay, who would like to try our next word? Yes, sir.
Not able to use it.
Okay. Anybody else like to have a guess?
Like it's safe for the environment, it's not going to like harm it.
That's awesome. Anybody else like to get add to it? Sir?
Organic material that can break down.
All right, there we go. Biodegradable. And what form of speech is it? An adjective. It's capable of being slowly destroyed and broken down into very small parts by natural processes. Okay, let's think of an example here. Who in here likes bananas? Okay, if you ate the banana and you had a banana peel left, could you leave it outside and it would degrade on its own?
Yes.
Okay, now let's think about this. Who in here likes Coke? Or just soda in general? Okay, we got some Coke drinkers. Okay, if I drink a Coke and then I threw it out the window, the empty can, I threw it out the window, would it degrade?
No. After a long time, yeah, because it'd be rusted.
But would it degrade easily?
No.
No. So that would be an example of something that is not biodegradable. Would anyone else like to give an example of something that would be biodegradable? Yeah, I can see that.
Like a sheet of notebook paper, yes, but if it's more,
If it's thicker,
yeah.
it wouldn't. But yeah, sheet notebook paper would.
Apple.
An apple. Okay, does everybody have this written down? Give me a few minutes. Make sure you have this written down. I'm sorry? Is everybody good to go? Okay. If not, copy the neighbor. Well, actually, I shouldn't have clicked that so soon. So I gave y'all a freebie on this one. Okay, who'd like to say it for us? Say the word for me.
Biography.
Okay, and then read the definition for us since I didn't give it away.
The story of a real person's life written by another person.
Right. Okay, now what's the example that we have here? Who is this person? John F. Kennedy. Now, who would be our author of this story?
Michael O'Brien.
Michael O'Brien, right? So Michael O'Brien wrote about John F. Kennedy. So John F. Kennedy did not write this story of himself, and what would that be considered? Does anybody know?
Autobiography.
Autobiography, right. Now, who would be another example of somebody that might get wrote about? I'm sorry?
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, sure.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan? Yes, sir. Bill Gates, excellent. So everybody got the gist of it. Does everybody have the definition down? Yes, sir.
Johnny Appleseed.
I don't know about Johnny Appleseed. I don't think that one would work quite as well. Does everybody have it written down? I gave y'all a freebie that time. Okay, who would like to give us our next word? Next word. Yes, ma'am. Biohazard. Okay, what would be the definition you came up with? A life hazard. That's great. Okay, our definition here, and what part of speech is it? A noun. A biological or chemical substance or situation that is dangerous to human beings and the environment. Okay, quick question. Who's been stopped by a train before? Have y'all ever seen when the train is driving past one of those big old oil drums, and it has a symbol just like this on it? It's black, a big old black tube looking thing. Anybody seen those before? Okay, so we had a couple people see those before. That is a biohazard. What's another example? Maybe a drum of gasoline. Have you ever seen those before?
Or like this, radioactive stuff.
Exactly. Let's say we were at a hospital. Okay, we're at the hospital. If there's a basket, it's called a waste basket. It'll have something like this. Now, how could that be harmful to us?
It could like get into our like system and then
Right,
break it
exactly.
down.
Right. So anytime you see this symbol, you need to stay away from that. Unless you are the person required to remove it.
Or have like a hazmat suit on.
Exactly. Does everybody have this written down there? Are we good to move on?
Still riding.
No, still riding? Okay. And we're about to be on our last one. Would somebody like to go ahead and get the word for us? Do we have any other volunteers? Thank y'all for being so active. Yes, ma'am. Sorry, can you say one time for me? Okay, you're close. Biology, right? Okay, and what's the definition you have for it? Huh? I'm sorry, say it again for me. Okay, sure. Biology, and what form of speech is it? Noun. It's a science that deals with things that are alive, such as plants and animals. Okay, the important thing here is that is a living thing. So what's the example of something you might see in biology? Does anybody know? Yes. Germs, sure. We talk about germs in biology. Bacteria, sure.
Is it body systems?
Yeah, you can talk about the body for sure.
The evolution of canines?
Hey, the evolution of anything would be under biology. Okay, is everybody good on this one? Still working on it? Okay. Now, I got one more question for you before we move on to our next part, okay? Our last word was biology, right? So we know bio means life. What do y'all think this ending means? What do you think the suffix is?
The study.
The study of, right. Is everybody good to move on? 'Cause we're about